Sports Week Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and a big welcome to the Sports Week Podcast. Obviously, Dan, we've also got the Cox Plate coming up this Saturday night, which we're very much looking forward to.
Giddy up.
And we'll kick off, as always, with Sinners and Winners of the Week.
But Damo, who's your winner and sinner?
On to Sinner of the Week, UK racing broadcaster Matt Chapman. Have any of you boys heard of Matt Chapman?
What's he done?
He's a UK racing personality, and he had a press conference today about WINX.
Never been a big fan.
Okay.
So basically, long story short, WINX's perception abroad was that she's overrated.
Really?
And that she's actually only faced moderate horses.
Oh, my goodness.
Please.
And I think the thing that contradicts him is that it's well known in racing circles that Australia has the best sprinters in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And the fact that WINX's put Australia's best sprinters to the sword, 29 times in a row now?
What's this bloke's name again?
Matt Chapman.
We'll find him on Twitter when WINX kicks their heads in Saturday afternoon. The
Troll
Cox
him.
Plate. We might have a comment for him then, I think.
But anyway, here's my Sinner of the Week. Moving on to racing, Liam. Big time of year. Tends to get me
boys.
up and about this time of year, and
The biggest one of them all this Saturday, the Granddaddy.
anyone who knows me, this week's like my Christmas. So Cox Plate, Saturday night, WINXy, early markets, WINX $1.05 at the moment. So
Wow.
would
What's the
you
point?
to place, and then to win, WINX is roughly at
$1.25.
$1.26.
Winks is storming home. Winks over the top. Oh, she's too good. They can't beat her.
And barrier draw, she's drawn beautifully, barrier number 6. So other than the obvious, WINX, I think everybody in the world knows who WINX is and what she's about. What were your thoughts on the rest of the race? I believe there's a couple of good markets for the Cox Plate minus WINX.
That's a very good point, Damo. I think a couple of the international raiders, definitely things to have in your Quinellas trifectas, and definitely, as you said, with WINX out of the race. Ben Battle went absolutely enormous last start at Caulfield. If you haven't watched the replay of that, check it out. It was one of the toughest wins I've seen in a long, long time. The other overseas raider, Avilius, obviously undefeated, I should say, this whole campaign in Australia. Been unbelievable. Two of the better overseas participants we've had in the Cox Plate, in my opinion, in quite a while. I don't think they'll get close to WINX, Damo, to answer your question. Humidor as well, absolute star. We all know how close Humidor came last year, Damo, to knocking WINX off in the Cox Plate. One of the best Cox Plate finishes in a long time, that. I think they're probably the 3 or 4 around WINX to have a play with. If I had to stick my neck out and have a bet, taking WINX out of the market, I'm saying, I'd probably be going with Ben Battle myself with WINX out of the market. I'm not sure yet what odds you'd be getting for Ben Battle with WINX out of the market. It might be somewhere around the $2.50, $3 mark, just off the top of my head, potentially. But I'd be going down that path myself. Damo, yourself?
A couple of things on that. Ben Bartle, obviously, someone's had 50 grand on Ben Bartle to beat
Have they?
WINX
Wow.
today.
To beat WINX.
That
To win.
would
Jeez.
indicate something that they know something that we don't.
Something's up.
Unplayed bullshit.
The other thing too is you often see when race trainers have pretty confident in picking up a result in something, will often scratch horses from another race prior.
Yep.
And to scratch a horse from the Caulfield Cup, and let's be honest, not the strongest field that you've ever seen, and then direct it towards the Cox Plate would make you think that often they think
Interesting.
they're half a chance. Humidor says it all, and like you said, Avilius. So I think the first 4 is pretty set there.
Tell you my only concern with Avilius, and I'm a huge Avilius fan. I've been on its last 3 starts where it's got the chocolates, so it's definitely done well for my back pocket. But I think after this morning, I was listening to the Godolphin trainer, James Cummings, saying that Avilius is probably ready for the 2 mile now, and I think maybe their grand finals that first Tuesday in November. So I'm just not thinking they might be full throttle, thinking this is big dance Saturday. I'm leaning more towards Ben Battle to give WINX probably the biggest test. But it's an amazing race. I agree, Damo. It's one of the best days of the year. I absolutely love it. I'll be there on track. Cannot wait to be there. Amazing day. Love it. I know Daniel's not a horse racing fan, but you do love Daryl Braithwaite coming out and singing horses before the race, don't you, Daniel?
Yeah, probably.
How old's
Probably
Daryl?
because of the Melbourne victory connection. But I'm liking this synopsis, actually. A lot of people and a lot of our listeners, I dare say, have absolutely no idea what's going on with the horse racing.
A lot of them enjoy a bet, that's true.
Yeah, but myself included. So what I'm hearing is basically it's WINX in a shoe-in, and
Yeah.
there's probably around about 4 other horses that we should even consider talking about. Is that correct?
And
Very
speaking of that as well, I mean, looking at the field, there's only 8 people in the field, isn't it?
It goes a lot to show the power of
Or 8
Winx, Nilo.
horses, I should say. People?
Yeah, not people.
There are 8 people as well.
There's
riding
on the
horses.
back. There's jockeys
Well
on
said.
board. But it just goes to show the power of Winx. Not many horses want to go up against Winx.
Is that what it is?
Definitely.
So
That's
how-
a big part of it.
Wow.
But yeah, it shows a lot. So much prize money at stake too. But it's still going to be a great race. There's some extremely good horses in the field. We haven't even mentioned Damo Kings Will Dream, who obviously was the favourite for the Caulfield Cup only a few days ago. Obviously didn't get the job done in the Caulfield Cup, but another star horse. So plenty of quality in the field. But Winx is, let's call it, probably the greatest horse of all time. So
Jeez.
I can't wait to see her win her 4th Cox Plate.
That's what it is.
Be there live to watch it. I'm really looking forward to it, as you can probably tell.
Other than the horse racing, it's the best day out of the year. No
Agree.
one does it like the Valley. It's always a fantastic day, and especially if you're in one of those marquees, if you're lucky enough, it's a brilliant day out, and one that me and Damo and our mates very much look forward to every year. So I can't wait for this Saturday. That's for sure, boys.
Agree. And just for anyone having a bet, I would definitely advise, have a look at the replay of the Ladbroke Stakes at Caulfield from a couple of weeks ago. That was the race that Ben Battle won, and Humidor ran on very well for 3rd that race. If you want to get a bit of a line-up of the form, have a good view of that replay, because you'll see 2 of the main combatants in that race for their last run. But I think we might leave it there for the Cox Plate boys. It should be an absolute ripper. We're looking forward to it. Thanks everyone for listening. Great to be back. We're looking forward to a huge summer on the Sports Week podcast. Have a great week. Cheers.